Meet Alex. He's smart, educated, and always has an opinion. He debates politics, explains quantum physics, and gives financial advice. But here's the problem. Alex doesn't know what he doesn't know, and that blind spot makes him dangerously confident. This is the confidence trap. It doesn't target the ignorant, it targets the overconfident. Science calls it the Dunning-Kruger Effect. Beginners feel like experts because they lack the knowledge to see their own gaps. And the smarter you are, the more vulnerable you become. Because intelligent self-awareness, you can be brilliant and still blind to your own bias. Let's test this right now. Be honest. On a scale of 1 to 10, how well do you really know it? Most people say 7 or 8. Now, try to explain it step by step. Stuck? You're not alone. This is the illusion of explanatory depth. We think we understand until we have to explain. And this illusion is strongest in the areas we care about most: politics, health, finance, parenting. We speak with certainty about things we've never studied. Why? Because confidence feels like competence, and your brain rewards certainty, even when it's wrong. Meanwhile, true experts sound uncertain because they know how much they don't know. Knowledge doesn't inflate your ego, it humbles you. But here's the trap. The more confident you are, the less likely you are to question yourself. And the less you question, the deeper the trap. This is the bias blind spot. You see bias in others, but not in yourself. Especially if you're smart. Because smart people are better at rationalizing, not reasoning. They don't change their mind. They defend it harder. And that's how smart people make dumb decisions. Not from lack of intelligence, but from lack of humility. History is full of them. Even experts fall for it. Because no one is immune. But there's a way out. It starts with 3 words. I don't know. These words aren't weakness, they're freedom. Because only when you admit ignorance can you learn. Try this. Next time you feel certain, pause, ask, what evidence would change my mind? If you can't name any, you're in the trap. Real confidence isn't loud, it's quiet and open. It says, I know what I know and I respect what I don't. That's not ignorance, that's wisdom. Let's look at a real example. David was a top analyst, MBA, 10 years in finance. He saw a sure thing in crypto. This time is different, he said. He ignored warnings, dismissed skeptics, doubled down, because his brain equated past success with future certainty. But markets don't care about your resume. He lost everything, not from stupidity, but from overconfidence. This is the overconfidence bias in action. It's not arrogance. It's a silent assumption. I've got this. And it's strongest in complex, unpredictable systems. Your brain hates uncertainty, so it creates false certainty, especially when you're under pressure. Stress plus confidence. Disaster. But here's what experts do differently. They use pre-mortems. Before deciding, they ask, how could this go wrong? They seek disconfirming evidence, not just proof they're right. And they say, I don't know, without shame. Because true expertise isn't about answers, it's about questions. Your brain can learn this too. Start with one habit, the confidence check. Before any big decision, ask yourself, how do I really know this is true? What would prove me wrong? Am I confusing confidence with competence? Just 30 seconds, that's all it takes to escape the trap. Another tool, the ignorance map. Most people only see the inner circle, but wise people navigate by the edges because that's where growth happens. Your ego will resist this. It wants you to feel certain, even when you're not. But your future self will thank you for questioning. Because the cost of overconfidence isn't just money, it's trust, reputation, peace of mind. Where do you fall into the trap most? Notice it. Name it. Then choose humility. Because humility isn't the opposite of confidence. It's the foundation of real confidence. The kind that doesn't crumble when you're wrong. Because being wrong isn't failure, it's data. And data is how you get smarter. So next time you feel that rush of certainty, pause, breathe, ask, what am I missing? Because the smartest people aren't the ones who know the most. They're the ones who know how much they don't know. And that's what keeps them learning. Your turn. Write down one thing you're certain about and question it. Because freedom begins where certainty ends. Your brain isn't wired for truth. It's wired for survival. And certainty feels safe, even when it's false. So your brain rewards you for feeling sure, not for being right. This is why social media fuels the trap. Likes feel like validation, but they're just agreement. And agreement isn't truth. In fact, the more you're praised for your opinion, the harder it is to change it. Because now it's not just a belief, it's part of you. That's when confidence becomes identity. And questioning it feels like self-betrayal. But here's the secret of wise people. They separate ideas from identity. I believe this, not I am this. That's intellectual humility, not weakness, not indecision, but mental flexibility. And it's the #1 predictor of long-term success. Because the world changes, and rigid minds break. Your job isn't to be right, it's to stay updated. Think of your beliefs as beta versions, not final releases, even your strongest convictions. Now let's test your humility. Think of a belief you hold strongly. Now imagine credible evidence that contradicts it. How do you feel? Discomfort is the signal. You're near growth. Lean into it. Don't run. Because that's where your mind expands. Another trap, the expert illusion. Just because you know a lot in one area, that doesn't mean you know in others. Yet your brain transfers confidence across domains. This is called the halo effect, and it makes smart people dangerous outside their field. Stay in your lane, or stay humble. True experts know their limits. They say, I don't know, and mean it. That's not ignorance, it's precision. Your turn. Audit your confidence. Where is your confidence higher than your knowledge? Those are your trap zones. Mark them. Question them. Stay curious. Because curiosity is the antidote to the confidence trap. It doesn't give you answers. It keeps you learning. And in a changing world, that's the only real advantage. Stay humble. Stay sharp. Because the moment you think you've arrived is the moment you stop growing. Your mind is not a monument, it's a river. Keep it moving. Question your certainty. Embrace your ignorance, and watch your wisdom grow. Let's recap the trap. You feel certain, because you don't know what you don't know. You think you understand, until you try to explain. You see bias in others but not in yourself, and together they create a perfect storm of self-deception. But you can disarm it with one daily habit. Every evening ask yourself, where did I speak with more confidence than knowledge today? What did I assume without evidence? When did I dismiss a different view too quickly? Just 60 seconds. That's your mental hygiene. Because confidence without humility is fragility. But confidence with humility is strength. It bends, but doesn't break. And that's the kind of mind that thrives in uncertainty. Because the future belongs to the curious, not the certain. History's greatest minds weren't the loudest. They were the ones who said, I don't know, and kept looking. That's your invitation. Not to doubt yourself, but to doubt your certainty. There's a difference. One paralyzes, the other empowers. So protect your curiosity, like your life depends on it, because in a world of noise, it's your compass, your superpower, your edge. Now imagine a world where more people practiced this. Less shouting, more listening, less certainty, more discovery. That world starts with you, because change doesn't begin with being right. It begins with being open. So today, catch one moment of false certainty. Question it, soften it, release it, and make space for something truer. Because truth doesn't need your confidence, it just needs your attention. Stay curious, stay humble, and remember, the smartest thing you can say is "Vai. I don't know. Yet." If this resonated, tap like. It helps others find this too. Subscribe for more science-backed ways to think clearly. And hit the bell so you don't miss the next trap your brain sets for you. Because awareness is the first step out of the trap. Stay aware, stay learning, and never stop questioning. This is Mind OS, where psychology meets clarity